the lapping water. You know, I'd much rather be up there, hurtling down on 2 wheels.
Oh, sweet! On just 2 wheels.
Maybe with a frame.
Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it?
Some forks and a seat.
Welcome to Mount Seymour, the highest peak on Vancouver's North Shore. Its trails are recognised by mountain bikers as being some of the most challenging in the world due to their steep descents, blind corners and extreme terrain.
We went to Mount Seymour to test a new trend of bikes called 29ers.
A 29er is, well, it's mountain bike slang for a mountain bike with 2 29-inch wheels, as opposed to the more standard 26-inch wheels that most people are used to. What that really means is that, you know, if you want to clear a bigger boulder, the bigger the wheel, the easier it is. It's as simple as that.
As we're not as expert on 29ers as some of the bikers who use these trails, we decided to test 3 entry-level models.
We both began by using a Norco Charger 9.3. This is an attractively priced machine with good mechanical brakes and an alloy frame.
So we started off, and it was the normal stuff of downhill mountain biking. So it was shale and big rocks and big steep turns.
This was rocky country with huge boulders testing the bike's abilities to the max.
This Norco feels really nice to ride. It has mechanical disc brakes, which are still giving me lots of stopping power, and believe me, on this terrain, I am needing every single bit of it.
Let's get a feel for this Norco then. It feels like a big ride, this, you know? I'm feeling quite wide on the handlebars. My weight's maybe not as far back as I'd like.
Didn't amaze me, but I was steady-ish enough on it.
That was a little bit close.
Then the middle section was just amazing. It was straight out of a mountain bike magazine. It was like a kind of, you know, wooden boulder theme park for bikes.
It was a little bit of a scary moment. I was quite anxious hitting it, but then as soon as you got to the top and trailed down, it was absolutely amazing. But then there's a drop-off at the end.
Polly, are you OK?
Yeah, I'm still
Hang
in
on,
one
stay there, everyone.
piece.
You seem OK. Hang on, let me just grab... Don't move, just in case you've hurt your hips
This is
or
how you
anything.
can ride a bike upside down.
So that's really interesting because you came off here, look,
Yeah.
and this boulder.
I went for the only rock in the ground at that point.
Undeterred, we concluded our trial of the Norco,
Woo!
which, Polly's bruises aside, had provided an enjoyable introduction to riding on 3-inch larger wheels.
Next up, we each had a Trek Mamba, the most expensive of our 3 entry-level 29ers. It uses better quality hydraulic brakes, rims and forks, so we had high expectations as we hit boulder country again.
Trek are using the highest-end shock absorbers. They're using rock shocks, but to be quite honest, I'm still not feeling at one with this bike.
I felt like I was very high up, and don't even get me started on the pedals.
These pedals are an abomination. Any minute now, I've got this horrible feeling we're going to embed one of them in my calf.
The brakes were good, you know, it was light. I didn't feel strong on it, you know, I didn't feel connected to it.
Luckily, I did manage to hold it together for the middle section this time, but as I hit the tight turns of the final stage, disaster.
Again, I was amazed at Polly's resilience after another close call, but although I was concerned, she insisted on continuing to test our final bike, the Kona Mahuna. This was the cheapest of the bikes we tested, with good quality aluminium frame and added hydraulic brakes. I have to say, I'm feeling the Kona. It just seems to fit with my body. It's a very personal thing, all this, you know? It feels light, it feels strong, but most importantly, it's just the right size. You know, my bum's hanging off the back in a really good position for this incline as I just try and get over these rocks.
This one, for me, was just an incredible ride. It gave you everything you want from a 29er and the best downhill experience.
The hydraulic disc brakes are coming in really handy. They're efficient, they're immediate, and they have the strongest stopping power. It also has the really low setback, so that the centre of gravity is a lot lower, therefore getting over the back of the bike and giving you the best stability to give you the best handling.
And I didn't fall off it, which is quite a feat.
Beautiful.
So to the G ratings, and it's 3 Gs for the Norco Charger 9.3. It gave a nice steady ride, despite its mechanical brakes and slightly heavier frame.
It's 2 Gs for the Trek Mamba. Its high-quality components promise so much, but we both felt unstable on it, and the pedals were difficult for us to maintain grip.
And it's 4 Gs for our outright winner, the Kona Mahuna. It only has 24 gears. Despite that, it provides a truly fantastic ride and gave us the confidence to enjoy the mountain to the limit.
Afterwards, as Polly